Time to check what's on the computer. I wonder what's on YouTube today. Time to check what's on the subscriber.
It's over 9,000!
Holy mushrooms. Well, after a long hiatus, I think it's time we've all been waiting for. Hey everybody, it is me, JK150 here, and wouldn't you believe that this channel is over 9,000 subscribers? Which it blows my mind. I just wanted to thank you all of my subscribers for supporting me over the past few years. So to celebrate, I've decided to make a video about doing a Q&A! But before you say anything, I wanted to apologize for the 3-year delay of making this video. I was more focused on making music than focusing on this channel. I was announced the Q&A for about almost 3 years, as well as my birthday video, which is the reason why I feel unmotivated on this channel, and Machinitoons has becoming less priority on the next few days. But I'm back now, making this new content again, and without any further ado, let's get answering! Are you kidding? I was listening to any genres of music, except grindcore and country, of course. Oh, that is very simple. My favorite singer is... Justin Bieber! No! As I was saying, my favorite band is... Dang it, Toad! Would you just shut up for 1 second? Sorry about that. My favorite group band is... Son of a bullet bills! I sure hope nobody sees this as I got the spaghetti. Ah! Don't ask how I got into this mess. I played Celeste before and it was brutally difficult, and I've never played Shovel Knight for the first time, but I've had to try to complete both of these games someday. I played the Game Boy version of Donkey Kong Country, and it has a different title too. It's called Donkey Kong Land. The graphics, sounds, and gameplay are almost identical to the SNES. It was a decent game port, but the SNES version was better. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that there is another version of Donkey Kong Country on the same port with the same title, but that game is the only I can remember the most, not the country version. Yes, I also played Wario Land 4 and Kirby the Amazing Mirror, and they were both enjoyable too! Have you played any ROM hacks before, JK? Of course! I played a bunch of them! I do not want any one of these companies involved, as I own a lot of these games. Everything is legal here, and I do not own anything, I swear! Any words you'd explain? Ah, shit! What are you talking about? I'm JK150. If nobody understands, just call me JK or John Cow, whichever you prefer. But you know what? I'll discuss about it later. My mustache? Oh, it was edited. You can tell the difference between my mustache and Luigi's mustache, but there's a slight resemblance. Someone in the comments that you'd subscribe to 60Tunes. You heard them. Do it now. Subscribe to my channel if you like music. No pressure. No. What do you mean, up to? What 2 Mario does exist?
2 Mario!
Well, it depends on how much time you have. It may take weeks or months to complete the entire project. You may take your time in case things may be difficult on working on your own. And it's your decision to do it. But don't even get me started on procrastination or burnout as I did. I use Sprite and Paint.net for the eye textures. I also use the Photoshop to enhancing the textures. Shut it! So, that sums my answer.
Hold on, have you heard a song about the dogs?
Well, folks, I think it's time for me to run. Well, this guy's inspired me the most. No, I meant the other one over there.
What? Oh my god!
I'd still like SMG4, but I'm not a fan of his modern content. Although, I was the biggest fan since 2014. The first SMG4 video that I watched is The Spaghetti Factory. And that's why I was inspired by his editing and his humor. Coffee. Whenever I feel bored, I always have a cup of joe in my hand. Alright! Who switched my coffee into a tea?
My favorite console was the Game Boy Advance. I had one since then, but I don't have it anymore because the old console was broke. My second favorite console is the Nintendo Switch, but I own the Switch Lite. It is less expensive, but it lacks some console features. I would still cherish it even if I had an exclusive game that I could play.
Listen here, boy. I despise any dirty excuses you make. By the time that I look at you, my hatred is becoming severe. You're just a lonesome creature who pushes out of your worst enemy. And if I ever see you again, I will push you off into the red pits and watching you dissolve in smoke and all of your will in hell. Got that?
Sorry about that, folks. I need to vent. I can't stand bullies bothering my nicest things. But I'm fine now. Dude, not cool.
I would say the most difficult video to create was Mario and Mips hopping and a catching. It took me 7 months to complete in order to keep the idea alive and uploaded it on Easter Day in 2020. And next thing you know, this video will probably take 3 years to create, right?
Yeah.
Do I have to meet these guys here?
Yeah! Yeah! Wow!
Shit. I am not going to question that. Again, I had no criticisms against one's character, especially modern SMG4's content, and I had no interest of watching it. Call me a classic guy, whatever you want. But for real, my editing style was a mixture of classic SMG4 and Kitty 0706 into a wacky machinima goodness. So, yeah. The first CC was from my first SM64 machinima, SM64 movie. The color was black and gray, similar to one of STH 500cc. I was changing my design to this instead. And I would have to say my first machinima video was too dumb to make.
How much time do you spend on making videos?
Well... I have no ideas. I was just being lazy watching dumb videos. I was feeling bored of making machinima videos until I found motivation. And I had a little breaks and doing some work, as per usual. So yeah. Dom Sings was inspired one of my styles, and I'm very happy for him. Oh wait, how did he turn into a cartoon?
Hey, look at me! Look at me!
I made my own eye textures to make it look cartoonish, and it was influenced by the Mario Luigi style. I mean,
Isn't this pretty?
Shut up!
Of course I do! Koji Kondo, Mr. Sauceman, JC Portals, Tony Grayson, Toby Fox, and Tim Fallon. These were the most popular musicians alongside video game composers. Not to mention MIDI composers like Esto Soruta and MJG0117. The more I listen to music, the more motivation I get to work on my videos, especially music. Of course, I do love Mario games. I even played Mario Odyssey on my PC right here. Nah, just kidding. It was actually a gameplay I watched on YouTube. Don't sue me, mate. I was only playing with you. How did that happen? Nah, I do not believe in extraterrestrial toads or something. Like, I don't know. Sorry if any alien toads are watching this. Okay. My favorite sport? Nah, I don't have a favorite sport. But I can dance! Hit it! And what do I have? Pretty cool, huh? What was that? I'm listening to this.
Nope.
It's a portmanteau of machinima and cartoon, in which all machinimas are rendered in the style of an old-fashioned cartoon. I think I would say Mario Day was my favorite SM64 Machinitoons shorts, because I had a lot of fun on making this idea during the celebration of Mario Day every year. Ah! No! When I first started making music, I created a secondary channel originally called JK150's Music. I had to change the name that seems almost fitting for the channel, 60Tunes. The term 60 refers to the name of the console Nintendo 64, but only the number. And tunes is, you get the point. But that's not what I'm talking about. The reason I created a channel because I had the passion of creating music. Especially covers and remixes as well. And I wouldn't have to go off topic about the main channel of posting covers. Usually, it would take time to create high-quality videos in case of better ideas. I already answered about how long to make my videos are. And trust me, it's not that easy. And it's harder to focus on different careers like making music and videos. I think Luigi might be my favorite character. Because of his personality, it is similar to my experiences. It's probably the most relatable character in Mario series. Like, I don't get why everyone says that he's becoming a wimp, but at least he's trying his best. I would create a wacky world of Machinitoons just like this one. But in reality, the world is still the same and it's still building, so I don't have much to say about it. I would say Smiling Friends was my favorite cartoon in 2020s. The humor and absurdity is just the cherry on top. I mean, there are many good shows in 2010s or 2020s, so I had to pick Smiling Friends. I was going to say that my favorite show was The Owl House, but that was my second favorite show in 2020s. Not to mention Amphibia. Regular show as well in the 2010s. Not much to say. The least favorite show of mine was Rick and Morty. I wasn't disinterested about the newer seasons after the 5th one. It had a good run, but it went downhill and becoming stale jokes. But I'd still like the most of the episodes, that's all. Not a fan of it anyways. This is going to be my controversial answer. If one of Rick and Morty fans are watching this, please forgive me.
Wait, you left one question that you didn't answer.
Oh, come on, I already asked that question!
How did it even get here?
I was just inspired machinima and cartoons for effort. Why do I ask?
What are you talking about? I was doing that all the time.
Of course I do! Even though I wasn't motivated, I'd take a small break. Otherwise, I may end up forgetting and procrastinating too. I have never played Cooking Mama World, but when I heard about this website, it was okay to say the least. Speaking of which, I need to check on Mario. Hey, Mario! I mean, it's alright. I wouldn't criticize the low qualities of using it as a profile picture, but either way, do better. I can't tell you what every instrument's what I use in a sound font, and believe me, it's very long. I was influenced by Siva Gunner, which I forgot to mention, trying to rip a cover in any high quality rip styles like the slider theme, bass, fiddle, banjo, piano, whistle, drums. That was all. Haven't I told you that it takes time and effort to make? Yeah, I would imagine that would exist, but I'm no expert at game making. And hey, did you know that Tour de Pizza used one of my music covers of the Wound gameplay? Pretty cool though. If it's something related to machinima and music, yes. If it's an unrelated topic, I would not accept the offer.
Do you actually like anthropomorphic animals?
To be honest, yes. But before you say anything, I was being respectful and truthful. However, I wasn't even a part of it. I mean, have you seen Mickey Mouse, Tom the Cat, and Star Fox? That was the prime example of an anthropomorphic animal. In fiction. As long if it's not suggestive, I'm fine with that, if that's okay.
Hey guys! Check out my new persona that I just
I would try super mushroom spaghetti. If you put a super mushroom on the spaghetti, it will stuff your face.
Really? Could have been more original than that.
Oh, who cares? I would probably live in a world of boiling aisles. Learning glyphs, making new friends, and being quirky all the time. I would choose an invincibility star because it seems so cool to use.
Hear me, world!
Here we go!
Stupid logic!
Here we go!
I should have just thrown the alarm clock earlier.
Oh!
Making videos and music was part of my job now. I may have plans to make, but I won't spoil it, okay? I mean, to be real, I can't even finding a real job to do which is fitting for me. My sister told me to do so, but that was the only job I have. No, not really. I was overhyped the comeback of the series, even though I'd still miss Alpha Dream. Some of the critics think that the game is either good or bad, but I don't know. I may try it out someday. I don't have a DS to play Mario Kart, so I'm gonna have to say no.
So you played it on Gimmick.
Frick! From my foggy memory, I would say I had a Famicom keyboard. I look upon the internet everywhere, and I believe I found it. It's called GSD 1988. It was on the review by HeroDove. It's similar to Mario Teaches Typing, but in an NES bootleg. I had fun with the console when I was a toddler, and I wouldn't mind the nostalgia. I played educational games, bootleg games, and mostly Adventure Island 4 on the NES. What a timeless experience! I don't have to talk about it. Let's just say shit happens in the past. And I was completely ignored about it. So yeah, sorry about that. The reason why I changed the name JKMB to JK150 is because of the acronym of the full name. And it's very personal, and I don't want my fans to find out. Well, my old channel was closed because of my stupid decision. It's because this site broke its rules before COPPA showed up. And I blame this site for some reason. I archived one of my videos and put it on Daily Motion, in which I don't use it anymore. Well, I guess it's time. Are you ready to see it? It all began as a YouTube career in 2016. I was 15 at the time. I created a channel called John Kyle Enterprises, creating text-to-speech and logo-related videos just for fun. The videos gained popularity and received a lot of praise because of how I made them in the past. My creativity has been skyrocketed, but my old writing was a bit bad. It all went well as I found partnership, but it went downhill at the end. As drama is still around, I decided to leave altogether, as well as my old name. However, in April 2018, I come up with the name JK150 as I created a channel. But that's not the reason I started to make machinima video. I created a Baldi YTP, however, it was lost. In 2019, the content was changed, as I named the channel JKMB. That's how I began to make machinima content. As I stated earlier, SM64 movie was my first SM64 machinima video ever created, and it's not my finest work in existence. Then I came back in 2020, along with my machinima content again, and I had to reclaim my old name as my own. Speaking of which, the reason why I left the logo blooper community is because, from what I can tell, there are a lot of toxic fandoms out there right now, much like the modern SMG4 community, and I'm not going to return. I was a different person as a wacky machinimist, and my old persona is officially dead, in which I despise my old design. I swear, if I had to look back at the things that I made, I would be in sheer disappointment. Come to think of it, I would probably look back and react to it. But I'm not ready for it. And I'm sure one of my older fans would understand my statement. there you have it. We finally reached the end of the video. I mean, it took me a while to complete this Q&A video, huh? After all the delays, it was well worth the wait, and I deeply apologize for that. Making a Q&A was a difficult process to execute, as well as the animation process. It was fun to answer all these questions in the comments that you suggested to me. And to be honest, I was a little nervous about the final question for my big reveal, so I had to get it over it and let it all out. It's possible that I had to revisit one of my oldest creations for entertainment purposes, but I'm not ready to look back because I had a tooth extraction last month, and I'll probably have another on one side in about a month or so. Maybe next year about to look back in my other videos, okay? I was writing a script for Q&A for over 3 years, ever since I was announced for, Q&A. Then I was doing voice acting for 3 years. The amount of redoing the voices was not worth it though. Well, after the extraction, I was thinking that I was not going to do the voice acting for like about a week or so. But I was going to be able to do it, but I'm not going to be able to scream since the healing process is still going. Luckily, I had the pre-recorded voice acted files, pre-recorded screams and leftover answers in them. I was able to finish the project and it's completely done, and this is the result. The problem is my main channel has become less a priority since I focus on my music channel, 60Tunes. Also, subscribe to my music channel if you have to. But I promise, I will try to create more content, so please be patient for a while. And SM64 Machinitoons will be back soon, if I had more ideas to come up. Again, thank you for over 9,000 subscribers, which is close to 10,000. I really appreciate it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content. So anyways, this is me, JK150. I'm out. And happy 40th anniversary to Super Mario Brothers.